Let's get cooking. So we are here inside the Atom Oasis. This is the Passage side event for Cosmoverse. This is where we've been hanging out all week and last week while the fans out in Dubai. We're here hanging out with the Chihuahua fam. You guys want to just introduce yourselves real quick? Adrian, you want to go first?
Oh, sure. So, hi everyone. I'm the dog, just like doing things, trying with my little paw. Like it's pretty hard, like on a computer, but I'm trying. So basically, I'm trying to advise the project, so giving like some direction, ideas. And right now we focus like on personally, like on the side, working like on the wall swap, which is something like people are like expecting since like years. But it should have like a platform, if I can say like that, in a month or something like that.
Beautiful. Yeah, we've seen a lot of just like really cool and steady progression with Chihuahua Chain, right? Where we've seen a lot of good collaborations, a lot of good, DeFi integrations. So it is cool kind of seeing that just steadily building. I think it's been underestimated in terms of a place of just consistent progress. I feel like the Chihuahua Chain has generally been like on the front, on the leading edge of just developments in the DeFi space, kind of making sure that we have all the good options on the Chihuahua chain as a very utility, a lot of utility opportunity within a pretty crazy meme ecosystem. So that's exciting. Just kind of hearing what's next for the chain as well. Beans, Panos, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi guys. I'm Panos. I'm part of a three-member team that we took over the communication and marketing of HUAHUA a couple of weeks ago. Our major plan is for the following weeks to settle down, see which collaborations are still ongoing, which projects have a short-term and long-term future ahead of us, so as to bring people on the table again, sit down and discuss how we can improve HUAHUA and deliver things within the following months.
Beautiful. I love it. And I'd love to just hear, like, for those who are uninitiated, how did you get into the Chihuahua ecosystem? What excites you about this? What brought you here initially? Panos, you specifically.
Sorry. I am part of a bigger community. We are long-term investors in the project, so we were here
Mm,
from the beginning of the project. And since we have seen that there's a lot of potential in the chain, in the project, and the team behind it, we thought it was a good idea to bring ourselves inside and help as much as we can in order to help it succeed.
sick. I love that. No, and I totally agree. I think this is definitely an ecosystem in Cosmos that needs quality memes, right? A lot of people in this part of the world take themselves too seriously. We're very, very technical
Oh
folks in
yeah.
Cosmos. Yeah, and so there's a lot of benefits to that, but at the same time, we need more people pushing strong cultural narratives, right? Strong, playful narratives. I think Chihuahua has done that really well. I'd be curious, just what do you think is important when it comes to kind of like the communication, marketing around memes, specifically in Cosmos? What are we missing right now, maybe? And what should we be pushing towards? What do you feel like are the most important things we might be missing?
History has shown that memes come and go. Many of them
Mm,
were brought to cycles before, and now they do not exist.
yeah.
We are full of memes, all chains. The most important thing is to deliver things that will make us distinct from the other memes. So by the time we start delivering what we have promised the months before, then people will see that we are not just a meme token, that we are here to bring value to the chain and the ecosystem as a whole, so they can come in, invest on a long term, and maybe take it a step forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I think even already, I feel like Chihuahua has distinguished itself in that way that it has longevity, that it's going to be here for a long time, because we've seen even within the lifetime of Chihuahua, many memes come and go. Even in the Cosmos ecosystem, we've seen memes that rose and died very quickly just because they didn't have a team behind them that was sticking things through, didn't have a long-term vision. They were really just here for whatever value they could extract. But I definitely see the Chihuahua team continually looking to create value and add value. So, beans. I love that. And I definitely see it. Definitely see Chihuahua already setting itself apart and super excited for kind of where things are going.
From our side,
Oh, go ahead, please.
sorry, just my 2 cents here. From our side, we saw that the team has already its hands full creating stuff and doing things behind closed curtains because that's the way this should be done. So we talked with them and proposed that we should step in and help them with the communication and the marketing. They said that's a good idea. We had been already communicating with them the past months, so our collaboration was pretty solid. So it was a nice idea to start this collaboration.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, I love seeing people starting in the community and working towards a place of building the community. It's a really cool progression, and you don't see this in many other ecosystems where you can have participants in the community who very quickly can grow into large contributors, right? Whether it's infrastructure, communication, all sorts of different elements. So I love it. I love seeing that, hearing your roots in the community and seeing the ways you guys have gotten involved. So that's really exciting. I want to get to HUAHUAverse, right? Obviously, we're in a passage world right now. This is kind of the name of the game in terms of what we're trying to create in collaboration with the Chihuahua chain. But before we jump into that, what are some of the other developments that you're excited about, or just maybe what's some other things that people are looking forward to in the Chihuahua ecosystem right now?
Adrian, I think it's up to you to tell us something about the project you are working on.
Oh yeah, of course I can. So yeah, as you know, like Chihuahua is a permissionless chain, so anyone can build like anything like on top of it.
Yes.
The thing which is like pretty hard is like on our side, giving like something directly like from the main account, because we don't want also like to take part of the potential roggers or grifters. So basically what we need is like people that just build stuff. We can just like help them. So basically if you're building on top of Chihuahua chain, we can help you until you get like some adoption. We are sure that the code is correct, audited and stuff like that. And there is like no problem, just like speaking about it. So if you check like recently, there was like a project we helped to get a bit of promotion, which is like the block games, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, it's a lottery based on the hash blocks that you're gonna have. So it's not something that you can predict, and basically there is nothing like they can do on their side. They're just like taking a little commission on top of it, and that's it. Basically, how it works, you're gonna do like the same as a lottery. You have to guess the last numbers or characters of the hash specific that they choose. On this case, you just like select some numbers or characters, and you try to guess which one it's gonna be. So basically, it's a lottery, the same as you have like in the real world, but based on the hash of a block. So it's not something that you can predict. It's pretty fun. You can win very big. I'm joking. It's like millions of HUAHUA. It's even more than big. You can be a HUAHUA millionaire and potentially billionaire soon. So yeah, it's getting like a bit of traction. It's a pretty fun one. It's not like something very hard to develop. So I guess like for people that wants to bring funny stuff directly on chain, it's up to you. It's completely free. So please take part of the fun and build with us. I think like there is many different things. So Cosmoverse is one of the things that we also like invested like very early. I think it was like in the first year that we created the chain. So it was like in 2021. A lot of people are like waiting for it since very long because it's very promising. Imagine just like a place where you can just have fun with your dog, customize it with like NFTs, and just like play around, jumping like from one world to another, and just like barking at all the place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it's a pretty cool one that we gonna be able to have. We're gonna be able like also to implement many different things on it, and I'm pretty sure once it's gonna be live, there are gonna be like some builders that gonna have like some ideas like on how to develop internally of the world, like some different like use cases.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm pretty sure you have some ideas already, Lex.
Oh, of course, always. No, and I would say it's been really exciting. So it's been since I think 2022 was when we started collaborating on the Wallverse concept.
2022.
And no, it's been. I mean, Chihuahua, the Chihuahua chain and Passage have been growing together in a really unique way, which is cool. We saw through, the hardest part of the market together, and it's just been a really cool opportunity to see how our communities have just solidified throughout that time. I mean, we can look around us and see, the metaphorical blood in the streets, right? In terms of other projects, other communities that just kind of floated away, even huge communities, right? Within our lifetime, all of Juno, which was a, very large ecosystem at its peak, came and went, right? Everyone thought this is going to be the permissionless smart contract platform of Cosmos. And I mean, it just came and is gone, right? So, there's been a lot of opportunity to see the quality of the community, of the builders. And so this has been such a cool period to kind of come back, circle back, and see what we have now and how the communities have grown and solidified. So yeah, 100%, been a really cool journey. And just in terms of what Wallverse is really meant to be, you tapped into this a little bit, but it's this. I mean, it's what we see around us now in this environment, right? It's an Unreal Engine ecosystem where, we'll be implementing all of the kind of standards of Passage, where you'll have the streaming infrastructure, the communication infrastructure, for a social experience, right? Where we'll be able to do community events, we'll be able to do team calls and things like that inside of the Chihuahuaverse, right? Or the Wawaverse. And this is just the core of it. But because it's an Unreal Engine experience, because it's built based off of the latest 3D standards, right? This is kind of like the cutting edge of 3D right now. This allows us to really iterate endlessly, right? There's a lot of opportunity to build on this. And it's a very open standard. Unreal Engine is not open source per se, right? There are engines like Godot, which are like open source gaming engines. But Unreal Engine has just so much documentation and material for how to build in this platform that it's really, really easy to get started. And it's totally free to get started, right? No creator needs to pay licensing fees or things like that just to start creating this environment. So it's really the perfect place for a blockchain community because there's so much opportunity to make things, right? I know that the oh shoot, you guys are gonna have to remind me the folks that are building the Chihuahua first-person shooter experience. What is that called again? I'm totally blanking on what they're called.
Oh yeah, Warmada.
Yeah, Warmada. Yeah, exactly. That's built on Unreal Engine as well, right? So again, we're seeing a trend here that there's so many cool opportunities to have overlap. So what it's going to be to start, right? And right now, let's just talk about timeline. In terms of where we're headed, so many of the pieces of the Wallverse are complete. We've done some, alpha experiences. We've worked through various, just bugs and features within the gameplay. But a lot of it's done. I mean, we've seen the characters. We've got these cute little Wawa characters. We've got hundreds of different customization combinations, right? There's, frankly, probably thousands of ways you can combine these customizations. in the fun, just customizations for the Wawa characters themselves. And we have several mini games for the experience as well that are complete. And the one thing that we've been kind of working on in tandem with the Passage platform itself is during our closed alpha, we've been testing out different developments on the multiplayer architecture, right? Because what we've been collaborating on around the Wawaverse is very, very unique in terms of infrastructure. We're talking about a platform where not only can people get in one click, right? Just like we got into this environment, one click, you'll be able to get in. There's no downloads, there's no apps, right? But then within that, so imagine this is kind of like our overworld, right? Our lobby, right? Within that, there's actually subgroups of multiplayer servers where you could join up to play these different mini games, right? So it's a really unique architecture where, again, nothing has to run on your machine, but in the cloud, there's kind of these nested layers of multiplayer servers that allow us to do fun little side games and side quests inside this world where we're all hanging out, right? So that architecture has been very, very unique. And we're trying to optimize for accessibility, making it quick and easy to get into, but also preserving the quality of the experience. And so right now we are targeting launch of that with the launch of the Cosmos Community Hub. So this is another experience on the Passage platform where we're going to start hosting our community calls. We'll be doing sessions every single week inside the Community Hub. And it's going to be, it has similar requirements to Wawaverse. And there's a lot of cool ways that we can create fun overlaps between the Community Hub and Wawaverse, because the Community Hub is going to be a collaboration of different chains. We're collaborating with teams like Zion Chain, doing different kinds of blockchain abstraction. We're going to be working with Andromeda Protocol, Akash, Osmosis, all these different teams to do both educational experiences, but also allow the space itself to interact with different chains, right? We want to create, and this is very, I think, in line with the Wawa ethos, create blockchain experiences that are fun. Fun first and accessible, and allow people to get in without having to jump through a bunch of hoops. And then you learn about blockchain as you go, right? But you're not worried about, you don't have to do all the learning before you get in, right? Learning is not the barrier, it's the process, right? So that's how we're trying to structure the Community Hub, and it fits perfectly with a lot of the features that we need for the Wawaverse, right? So in terms of the multiplayer architecture, it's similar with our lobby and layered multiplayer cloud system. So those things should be ready at the same time because they have some of the same requirements. So that's kind of how what we're looking towards, and that's going to be Q1 of 2025. So really excited for that. We'll most likely have some more developments even throughout the remainder of this year, as we're doing some fun stuff in the closed alpha, but it will still be kind of, incomplete up until we do the main launch, because there's lots of little pieces that we're developing both on the Passage platform side as well as for those specific experiences. So really looking forward to that. And then once that's live, like Adrian said, there's a huge opportunity for community collaboration, right? Because not only do we have the opportunity for anybody to contribute assets, who is willing to pick up a little bit of Blender and a little bit of Unreal Engine, right? Again, these are both totally free applications. Anybody can download and start creating. Blender is 100% open source, so very much synergistic with kind of our blockchain mindset. You can start creating creative assets for the pups themselves, right? So different customizations. We could even start to develop different like body types for the pups. Start to get more creative in terms of what kind of characters you can have in this experience. And then beyond that, there's the opportunity to then create additional mini game experiences, additional Wawa-based worlds, all built around this kind of Unreal Engine standard, which is frankly pretty easy to pick up and learn. There's so many materials out there because it is a free to get started, free application. So yeah, that's what we've been gearing towards, is really creating an opportunity that's very open-ended, right? Instead of having something where, cool, it's done and now it's fixed and it's not going to change, creating something that has the highest opportunity for the community to contribute and to get involved. So that's a big part of what we're really excited about with Wawaverse. is there's going to be a lot of opportunity to collaborate around the HUAHUA ecosystem, the new updates we'll have to the Passage Marketplace. Anybody who's tuned into some of the open source meetings for the Passage Marketplace, there's a lot of cool developments there, a lot of ways to get involved, which will obviously impact the HUAHUAverse collection on the Passage Marketplace and allow us to just do fun types of interaction between the blockchain and the experience. So we're introducing NFT staking. That's the smart contracts for that are just been audited, and we'll be doing a review of those. And then the front end for NFT staking is being updated. We're doing a complete overhaul of the Passage Marketplace front end with mobile integration. So a lot of really cool elements coming up that will allow us to do more things with the Metahuahuas, the HUAHUAverse itself, and more integrations across the general HUAHUA Passage ecosystem. Any questions, thoughts, hopes, dreams?
I think that the very important thing for someone that has not invested in a monster machine as a gamer is the fact that you're going to be able to log in, just join up a website and
Yep.
play all these mini games online with the minimum requirements
Yes.
of your PC. You only need a steady internet line. That's it.
Yep, exactly. Just an internet connection. And it can be mobile, it can be desktop. It's going to be very flexible, which is cool. It'll give us a lot of different opportunities for getting people involved where it's more of a social experience, right? It's not primarily gamer oriented. It's going to be fun, but it really harkens back to some more classic gamer roots. It's a more social style of gaming. It's really meant to be community oriented. And yeah, there's no hardware requirements at all. Yeah, it's really going to be very, very open. And that's a big part of what we've been trying to lean into with this collaboration. Beans, any questions from the community? Super excited to continue to get people involved. Definitely follow up in the Passage Discord. We'll share when this is going live on Twitter so that people can amplify. We can get the message out about the HUAHUAverse, because I think it's a really important part for people to come in, have their first Passage experience, so they can understand like what is the HUAHUAverse going to be like, right? It's really going to be this simple for everybody who joined in today. It's going to be the same process. It's one click, you get into the ecosystem, and you'll be able to participate. If you've jumped into any of the alpha testing with the HUAHUAverse, you've seen the style of the world. It's very unique from any of our other Passage worlds. It's a style that is exclusive to the HUAHUAverse, which is really cool, and that we only see growing over time, right? There's no other Passage worlds that feel like that. It's got a very playful, totally unique, creative vibe. It's not a realistic world. It's very cartoony, meant to be very fun and stylized. And everything in there is totally custom. So we can start to build out more and more of this, HUAHUAverse lore in terms of, what the world can feel like, and the community can start to create assets that, extend that that style, and it can really start to become more and more part of the community. So excited about that. Definitely good for people to jump into Passage so that they can understand what's coming, ask good questions, and get involved, right? Whether you want to learn how to create assets for the HUAHUAverse, or whether you're just looking to get in and set the first high scores. Keep woofing, fam. We're here to support. Go team, go. Adrian,
Yeah,
Panos.
I don't know if I can chime in.
Oh, please.
It's woof.
Possible.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I just wanted people to know that the collection behind the HUAHUAverse is the Metahuahua collection, which
Yes.
will give you exclusive access there. I don't think we mentioned this, but if you guys want to get updates about the collection, the community, you have to head into the AAA Metahuahua Discord. That's basically the project that got the mandate from Chihuahua Chain to manage that community. So we've been building it out now for well over 3 years. So we started with the Cyberhuahuas.
Oh yeah.
We've been expanding on different chains now to try and grow this community. So we've done all this organically while we wait for the HUAHUAverse to be ready. So if you guys really want to get all the updates, information, well, AAA Metahuahua is probably the best place for the HUAHUAverse specifically for the collection. We're also holding a lot on our treasury. So we've been building out the treasury for the collection. So we're holding a lot of Passage. We're holding a lot of Saga that we got airdropped for the mint funds that we staked in Atom. We
Yep.
still hold that Atom. We just got the Atone airdrop, GovGen, and a bunch of others. So I think it's important also to check in with the AAA crew, because we'll try to keep you guys updated what's going on with Passage and the Chihuahua chain.
Yeah, absolutely. And just speaking
Thanks for
to
that.
kind of the slow and steady growth of the community, the AAA Metahuahua team, you guys have been awesome. The community's been really, really epic in terms of like people have been here for a long time, like you said. And it's just a testament to the AAA Metahuahua community, seeing how you guys have just been slowly building value, right? A lot of people, they spent their value very quickly all at once and have nothing to show for it now. But you guys have been investing very slowly and steadily. I say slowly. I mean, there's a lot that's happened very quickly, but just in terms of like consistency, you guys have stuck around. You've steadfast by the expectations that you guys set, and really excited to see this come to fruition.
Yeah, it's not necessarily super sexy to go that route, but it is sustainable. So that's
Yes.
always been our vision with that. So yeah, we're excited for this, Lex. We've been waiting a long time, and the community's ready. And now we're trying to gather people from the Say community to try and check out what you guys are doing. So the
Yes.
idea of us going and mint collections on these other chains is to try and gather the community. Because right, the Cosmos is like a bit of a bubble, so we're really trying to expand our reach to get people to come and test this out when it's live. So extremely excited for Chihuahua, ourselves, and Passage. Very exciting times coming ahead.
Amen. Absolutely. I love that. Sick. On that note, feel free to mingle about. I really appreciate everybody coming and hanging out today. Adrian, Panos, Gigi, and the rest of the AAA team. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate the time you guys have put in, and exciting to see this all come to fruition. Woof.
Thanks a lot for hosting, man.
Woof, guys.
Yee.
Thanks a lot, Lex, for hosting this.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Super glad to be here. This is where we want to be. Hanging out, being able to connect people from all over the world. This is exciting, and praise the Lord we can still do it. That we have strong communities, and just the opportunity to keep building.